Hello, everyone. It's a great honor for me to introduce my company, 5-Element Medicine. The company started just from November last year, so it's a new startup. The main business of the company is to develop drug in metabolic disease, include NASH, fatty liver disease, diabetes, and also age-related disease such as cardiovascular disease, cancer, Alzheimer's disease. The goal is to prolong the lifespan and health span of human being. The business model of our company is quite different. So we utilize the real-world evidence data from traditional Chinese medicine or other natural product, or from epidemiology study to learn from the failure of past drug development. We built the statistical models, identified the active pharmaceutical ingredient from natural product, all the biomarker for the target population to develop as our drug candidate. So this way, it can greatly improve the success rate of drug development. Here is our management team. So far, we have 2 full-time employees, include myself, Junmin Zhu, and Yuelie Lu. I'm mainly responsible for the business part, and he's responsible for the technical part. So both of us have over 25 years experience. We worked in all different, pharmaceutical companies, and we have helped the company got a drug approved for over 10 drugs. Here is our pipeline. We plan to develop 2 drugs. The first focus will be in the first drug is 5-Element 101. So this is the small molecule derived and from the natural product. The indication we plan to develop include a lot. So the first we are going to focus on the NASH and fatty liver disease. And the second product is oral form endotoxin. So we plan to develop it in the solid tumor and in sepsis. Why we want to develop, the first drug 101? Here is the rationale. As we said, this drug would be derived from a natural product. So the natural product, the herb itself, has been used for 3,000 years to treat infection, fever, and GI diseases in both India and China. In the past 20 years, the extract with the pure chemical molecule was tested in many randomized clinical trials and has shown great activity in treating diabetes, hyperlipidemia, obesity, cardiovascular disease, and even cancer. And the drug natural product has a very good safety profile. So from all this, you can see it can treat diabetes, it can reduce the blood cholesterol, triglyceride, and it can treat obesity. So it should work on NASH. And there's one randomized study in fatty liver disease. The study showed demonstrate that herb extraction plus the lifestyle change, they have a significant reduction in the hepatic fat contents identified by MRI when compared with the lifestyle change alone after 4 months of treatment. They also find better improvement in body weight and also in the insulin resistance. But despite all of these, the extract itself have very low bioavailability at 0.5 due to very low solubility and also permeability, which limit its pharmaceutical application. So that's why we try to reformulate this drug to significantly improve the bioavailability. Yeah, our goal is to improve from 0.5% to at least 5 to 10%. That way, we'll significantly improve the efficacy and could potentially reduce the safety toxicity issue. NASH is an advanced form of fatty liver disease. So there's a very big market in the population. In the United States, about 30 to 40% of adults, they had fatty liver disease. And among them, 20% are NASH. So the global prevalence rate for the fatty liver disease is about 25%. The highest prevalence is in Middle East and South America because of a diet. The global estimation for the fatty liver disease is more than 180 million people. And this disease is growing more and more. Its social-economic burden is enormous. So, but analysts forecast the market for NASH drug could reach like 20 billion by 2025. Here's the progress of the disease. From normal liver to fat liver, then start to have inflammation and develop fibrosis. I think until the F1 stage, we still call it fatty liver disease, and after that, the fibrosis getting even worse. The F2, F3 is the mild and moderate, stage. Till the F4 stage, the fibrosis will develop cirrhosis, so it will be decomposition. So this will eventually lead into transplant, liver transplant, cardiovascular comorbidity, and also it could lead to death and also the liver cancer. This is a NASH drug in development as of June 2020. As I know, the update in January 2021, so far there are over 90 plus companies develop compound in NASH. A lot of them already failed, and the promising candidates include the 3 drugs, one by Intercept, but it's already rejected by FDA for accelerated approval. And the other 2, one is by Madrigal, another by Acro. Also, there are some big pharmas, they try to develop the diabetes drug GLP-1 into the NASH drug. Yeah, this is the budget projection from 2021 to 2026. So we are going to need $12 million for the formulation and also all preclinical study, the phase 1 and phase 1 study to prepare for the IND. Then after that, we need to get maybe round A, B, C, 3 round. We hopefully, by 2025 we can have the IPO because at that time we are going to have the early phase 2 data to show the efficacy. Then the total amount of money for the drug approval together would be over like $150 million. This is how we get IP for our first drug. So the formulation will the main our invention. We're going to try different salt with different forms. Then after that, we are going to develop like in vivo in vitro study to further expand our patent. Then after we have more data in clinical trials, we are going to amend with the usage patent in different indications. So this is how we are going to do the formulation, include the different salt, co-crystallization, a lot of different technologies. This is how we are going to develop our second drug. So far we have basic data on epidemiology study, and also we have the two clinical trials from Germany using RV antitoxin. Then we have some experience with a failed drug, which showed great data in the phase 2 in non-small cell lung cancer and sepsis. However, the phase 3 they exclude all antitoxin per FDA guidance, and the result is the study failure. And we plan to develop the oral form of antitoxin. And then, when we have the in vivo and in vitro model could show the activity, we're going to file the patent. So the drug, the usage patent will include solid tumor and sepsis. Thank you all.